Okay, so here we are again in another video, and today we're gonna start with EU. I didn't trade today EU, so but I'm starting to like it a little bit more, the chart, as we took this previous daily high and this previous weekly high. And I didn't look for a trade here because we had nothing to the left. So I didn't feel comfortable, but it's true that here, if we see this breakout structure and then this relevant liquidity being taken, we could have looked for something. But yeah, the problem is that here we have nothing. But it's true that sometimes we can trade using the Asia and London liquidity. Okay, so yeah, on M1 we had no breakout structure, but this is clean. Well, I don't think I would have traded something here, but I'm starting to like it. Okay, we took some liquidity. I don't know if we are going to continue higher because I'm starting to see that these candles they have a strength, so they took these wicks here and here. Well, here this was taken here, but yeah, now we took some relevant liquidity here probably. So yeah, it's starting to look pretty good. I think tomorrow we can have a movement to the downside maybe, or a short continuation. But at some point I think we're gonna continue going lower, okay? So GU, more or less the same. I could expect some liquidity here being taken. This is not really a clean breakout structure, but I like that it reacted here, okay, and here. So I can understand that probably here we have liquidity, and this high probably has relevant liquidity. Okay, not sure, but I like it. Then today I was looking for buys on GU, but the problem here was that we had these movements here, so I expected another movement to the downside, and well, we had it here. The problem was that it didn't take this round liquidity on M5, and I don't like to trade it from here. We had a round liquidity on H1, but if I have a round liquidity on M5 here, down here, I don't want to trade it, okay? Because if it comes and takes it, for me it's logic, and I would feel bad if I have a stop loss here, okay? Here we had this was a pretty good reaction here from this round liquidity on M5. I didn't look for a buy here as I was at work, but yeah, pretty interesting here with an Asia low reaction. It even took the low. Okay, so okay, so yeah, this was only with the M5, so probably I could have looked for a buy here. Pretty difficult though because we had a week here, so I don't think I would have traded that. I would have waited probably. I like this engulfing candle, but maybe I would like a cleaner break, okay? And then well, it went up and took all the liquidity to the left, so pretty good, pretty good. Use the JPY. Well, so here I expected at least sells to take this. I wanted to look for sales after, like this for me is breakout structure and sellers liquidity, so this could mean that this movement to the downside is starting to finish, because if here we have sellers, they want to take this liquidity probably. So for me, I was looking for sales after breaking this structure on H1, not taking this low this week, having this reaction. The problem here was that I looked for sells after the break of extractor and I didn't wait for the relevant liquidity to be taken. So here we had the relevant liquidity being taken, and then we had the sell. The lucky thing here was that my trade assistant was had a wrong setup, and I and I only lost a few cents because it entered with 0.01 lots. So I had no lose here, and yeah, and it took the run liquidity and it moved down. So if you understand the bias, you can look for pretty good trades, okay? And here, yeah, it didn't take that. But yeah, I think at least we can take this, probably. Not sure, but probably yes. Or maybe we have a reaction, but we will see. Pretty clear for me and to me. This reaction now. So yeah, but it fucks me because I was looking for a sell and I couldn't enter. USD CHF, more or less the same. Here I think we're gonna take this previous weekly low. As you can see, my indicator doesn't show me this previous weekly low, but it is because it's Thursday, and this low is from the other Thursday. So these are weekly lows, this one and this one. Okay, so I can expect a reaction there. Let me. Okay, so yeah, I don't have it here, but yeah, I think we're gonna take that. The same. I wanted to look for sells. We had a pretty good reaction here, out of timing. Okay. It didn't take relevant liquidity. So Asia is really important because it creates a relevant liquidity. Okay. But maybe on M1, but we had a reaction on the Asia midline. Okay. Yeah, it took that, but well, pretty difficult. I don't think I would have traded that, but I like it because usually when you look for a continuation, you can expect a reaction here on the Asia midline. Okay, so this was pretty good, and then boom, it went to downside and took all this liquidity. And use the CAD to finish this video. If it charges. Wow, so use the CAD, we had a bigger move. Yeah, I'm expecting this to be taken, relevant liquidity on H1 too. Wanted to look for sells. Here we had a lot of liquidity, as you can see, reaction. So we had a lot of liquidity, that's why we had this reaction here on H1 that I wanted to look for buys. But seeing the other ones, yeah. Luckily I didn't take buys there. So let me see on M5. Okay, so on M5 it took this relevant liquidity on M5. I expected this to be taken, as I expected a bigger move, but no, it took that. And here I was looking for buys to take that one, but when it did this reaction, I thought about selling. Okay, I thought about maybe it's taking the relevant liquidity here on M1 to sell, and yeah, it was like that. And here we had this break of structure here, and well, it moved down again, and I'm expecting this to be taken. Okay, sooner than later. So well, on one trade today, stop loss. Luckily, it was without risk. So yeah, I hope you like it, and see you tomorrow.